Hello, welcome to the 6th lecture of the Resonance Day Game series. So I hope that you have been following all the previous lectures, have been doing all the homeworks and completing all the lessons. I hope also you have been watching the lectures from the Life Purpose series, because the Life Purpose series contains a lot of background about a lot of stuff that I share in the Resonance Day Game series. The best way to approach the Resonance Day Game series is to already have completed at least the first 10 lectures of the Life Purpose series, because then you have a lot of background about the inner indicators and what the co-vibrational frequency is, what soul purpose journey is, and everything, right? So I hope you have been doing that. If you have not been doing that, I highly recommend you do that. Okay, so in this lecture I'm going to explain the 4th inner indicator, which is resonance, right? So this whole series is called the Resonance Game, and finally we are talking about the resonance indicator. Now, what resonance is? Resonance is the feeling of being one with your activity, your engagement, so there have been moments in your life where you have been doing something and you felt that you are at one with your activity, with your engagement. For example, when you were a child, maybe, and when you were playing, or maybe an event in your life where there was a lot of joy and excitement. Maybe you were playing a game, or maybe you have a very intimate moment where you really felt one with your experience, and this feeling of oneness, that what is going on is feeling that it's not separate from me, it's like I'm at one with it. One of the simplest way to get this through is those moments where time just flies away. Maybe you are playing a game, or maybe watching a movie, or maybe went to a place and you felt that time just flew away, like you did not even notice, like hours passed away, and it felt like, what? It's just gone. I mean, like, I can't even remember what I did. I mean, I was in the flow. The feeling of flow is one of those things that happens when you are at one with your activity. That is the feeling of resonance, because when you are at one with your activity, with your engagement, you resonate. The concept of resonance is a concept from physics, that when two bodies vibrate at the same frequency, they start resonating. Okay, now this is kind of exactly what happens when you're at one with your activity. You start resonating. You start feeling this feeling of resonance, that like, wow, this is happening to me. So one of the most exciting things when they happens in your life, the most, that those things that bring you the most amount of excitement and happiness and joy, that is when you feel this internal sense of resonance. Now, this is an internal feeling. It's very hard to put in words that what it is, but the best way it's felt is this feeling of resonance. So if you've had those experiences, you already know what I'm talking about, right? So this is the 4th inner indicator. Resonance is the 4th inner indicator, right? Now, what you're going to do is, throughout the 7-day resonance game period, you are going to follow your resonances. In the last lecture, I talked about following your inspiration, right? Here, we are going to follow your resonances, because when you follow your inspiration, you will be led to those engagements that is going to make you feel one with your activity, right? And that is going to give you the feeling of resonance. So when this resonant moment happens, I want you to be aware of it, that yes, I'm really resonating with it right now, because there are dissonant moments too, because there will be moments when you will notice that you are engaging with an activity, but there is a disconnect, that you don't want to be there, that you don't want to experience this, that you want to run away from that experience, that you're feeling uncomfortable, And many times we allow ourselves to be there and push ourselves in spite of that uncomfortable feeling that is coming, which is our first inner indicator of the comfort. Whenever you feel uncomfortable, it is a direct signal to not experience in that activity, move away from it, because then your evolutionary growth is hampered. And again, it is relevant for wizards. There are evolutionary stages, the victim stage and the hero stage, where discomfort kind of helps also. Also, in the comfort lecture I have talked about, if you feel discomfort and it makes you feel good, it is meant for you. It's still in alignment for you, right? So I've discussed all about that in the comfort lecture, and I went again about the whole comfort thing. It's because it's so important that you pay attention to your comfort, because none of these resonances, inspiration, satisfaction comes to you if you don't pay attention to your comfort levels. It is absolutely paramount that you pay attention to your comfort and be more attentive and, make adjustments to your comfort levels during this resonance day game experiment. Again, the resonance day game experiment will be for just 7 days. So whatever you do is just an experiment. You can choose not to do any of it after the 7 days is over, right? So nothing to lose in a sense, right? So for this lecture, I want you to do this homework. What I want you to do is take a sheet again, take a paper again, and write down 10 experiences where you felt really resonated, where you really resonated with an activity while you were engaging in that. Go back in your deepest memories, throughout your life. Could be this year, it could be the last 5 years, last 10 years, or go early back to your childhood. Write down those experiences where you really resonated and where time passed away, time flew away, and guess what? Another clue about what is a resonant experience is when you do this, when you act on a resonant activity, it feels like you are not doing it. It feels that it is being done through you, as if you are the experiencer, the watcher of the movie, and the whole experience is happening. It feels like flow, right? So this is one of the biggest clues. So have certain things happen in your life. If 10 of this, if 10 is too many to count, you can have at least 3 to 5 experiences, but I want you to write them. I want you to write those 5 experiences when these things happen, okay? Once you have written them, I just want you to ponder about them. So for example, something happened, you just write it down, and then I want you to just close your eyes and go back in your memory for at least 2 to 5 minutes. Go back in your memory and feel that resonant moment when it was happening. Go back in your memory and do that, okay? As if you were already there. Go back in your memory and see what was going on, how you were feeling, what was going on, how it was feeling. You will notice when you are accessing that memory, your state of being is going to increase in frequency and you will start to feel good, okay? Because guess what? Your resonances are your biggest clues to your life path frequency. So when you follow your resonance, you move towards your co-vibrational frequency, and when you move towards that, you start feeling joy, excitement, and all kind of good stuff, because your inner indicators are telling you, please move towards that, please move towards that. So even in memory, when you go towards that, you start feeling good, and you start feeling good right now. And guess what? Another secret is when you access those frequencies, right now, at this very moment, you will move towards your life path frequency, because your state of being is going to go up, right? So again, if you're watching it right now, I would highly recommend that you also take support of the videos from the Life Purpose series, because there I have explained in depth about core vibrational frequency, what is a life path, what is a soul purpose journey, and all of that stuff. So having the background of all those lectures is going to help you with the resonance state game, right? So that's it for now. Do your homework, and I'll meet you in the next lecture, and I'll give you this next clue how to proceed with the 7-day resonance game. Now, if you're watching this in my YouTube channel, I'll highly appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification so that you'll receive notification whenever I release these new video lectures, and also leave a comment sharing your experiences of how your these lessons are coming across. If you're watching in my website, please also leave a comment. Now I'll introduce to you my FB group. I have been creating a small FB group, which is very small right now because it's new, and in the name of the FB group is Alchemists of Earth. And in this group, I'll be directly helping all the members through the Resonance Day game series. So there will be live sessions, there will be direct communication, direct assistance about, how you're going through, so that you can share your own experience and feedback and interact with all the other members who are participating in this same journey as you are, right? So if you are a light worker, you will meet a whole lot of people who are also, in the same path as you. So it's going to be a very fun place. So I invite you to my FB group. I'll share the link of the FB group in the video description and you can join. So I hope you have an amazing time, an amazing experience, and I'll see you in the next video lecture. Bye-bye.